Welcome to APL 101, Prompt Foundations. In this module, we are building the structure underneath stronger AI outputs. Strong outputs do not start with longer sentences. They start with clearer instructions. Most people think prompting is about finding the perfect wording. This module teaches a different approach. A prompt is a system. It tells AI what to create, who it is for, what source material to use, what style to follow, what to avoid, what format to return, and how the result should be judged. By the end of this module, you will have one reusable prompt foundation sheet. That sheet becomes your starting point for cleaner content, stronger workflows, and less random AI output. Start here. Build the structure before you ask AI to perform. Random wins are not a workflow. A vague prompt can create a decent result once. That does not mean the system is reliable. Hope-based prompting depends on guessing magic words. It gives you random wins, inconsistent results, and revisions that start over from scratch. System-based prompting works differently. It gives you structured layers. It makes the output more repeatable. It gives you a standard for judging the result. It lets you revise one failing layer instead of rewriting the whole prompt every time. That is the shift in this module. You are moving from hope to structure, from vibes to standards, from random output to a prompt foundation you can reuse. A strong prompt has parts. Each part has a job. In APL 101, we use 8 core prompt layers: goal, context, audience, input, style, constraints, format, quality standard. These layers help you control what the AI is doing. The goal defines the task. The context explains where the output will be used. The audience tells AI who the output serves. The input gives AI source material. The style controls the tone or visual direction. The constraints set boundaries. The format shapes the final response. The quality standard tells you how to judge whether the output worked. You do not need advanced prompting tricks before you understand these layers. This is the foundation. Layer 1 is define the job. Job clarity comes before generation. Before you ask AI to write, summarize, design, rewrite, or plan anything, define what the output is supposed to do. Use this formula. My prompt should create blank output for blank use case so I can blank practical result. That one sentence gives AI a much stronger direction. A weak task says, write a social post about my offer. A clear job says, create a short social post that helps service providers understand why vague prompts fail, then invites them to download a worksheet. The difference matters. The first version names a topic. The second version names the output, the audience, the purpose, and the next step. That is what keeps the prompt anchored. Layers 2 and 3 are context and audience. Context is the where and why. Audience is the who. Context tells AI where the output will live. Is this a school lesson, an email, a sales page, a video script, a private planning note? That matters because each destination needs a different kind of output. Audience tells AI who needs the output. What do they already know? What are they confused about? What level of detail fits them? What do they need help doing next? When context and audience are missing, AI tends to create generic output. When they are clear, the output has a place to land and a person to serve. That is how you start reducing drift. Layer 4 is gather the input. Good prompts are built from useful inputs, not empty space. If you ask AI to create from nothing, it fills the gaps with generic patterns. That is where thin content, invented details, and bland examples start showing up. Source material gives the prompt something real to work from. That source material can be raw notes, transcripts, FAQs, voice samples, offer details, outlines, rough drafts, brand rules, previous content, or audience questions. Then you decide what AI should do with that material. Preserve the details that must stay accurate. Restructure the pieces that can be summarized. Ignore anything that does not belong in the final output. This is how you get grounded, more accurate processing. AI cannot preserve context it never received. Give it the right material. Layers 5 and 6 are style and constraints. Style gives direction. Constraints create guardrails. Style tells AI how the output should feel, sound, or look. For example, direct and practical, beginner-friendly, clear enough to say out loud, premium but not stiff. Constraints tell AI what must happen and what cannot happen. For example, do not invent testimonials. Avoid unsupported claims. Do not use hype language. Include a completion standard. Naming deal breakers makes weak output easier to reject. That matters because broad words like professional or engaging still force AI to guess. A stronger prompt defines the lane and the guardrails. This is where your output starts becoming more intentional. Layer 7 is choose the output format. If you do not set the format, AI chooses for you. Sometimes it gives you chaos in a blazer. A strong output can still be hard to use if it comes back in the wrong shape. You might ask for a lesson and get a dense essay. You might ask for a checklist and get a motivational paragraph. You might ask for something that needs to go into school and get tables or formatting that does not paste cleanly. The destination controls the format. A school lesson needs sections and an action step. A newsletter needs a subject line, body copy, and CTA. A video script needs a hook and spoken rhythm. A worksheet needs fillable prompts. Define the deliverable before AI generates it. That makes the output easier to use. Layer 8 is set the quality standard. Stop judging output by vibes. Define what good means first. A quality standard turns review into a clear decision. Instead of asking, do I like this? Ask better questions. Did it do the job? Does it fit the audience? Are the source details accurate? Did it avoid the deal breakers? Is the format usable? That review process keeps you from accepting something just because it looks polished. Polished is not the same as useful. A quality standard gives you a way to approve, reject, or revise the output with a reason. That is how you stop guessing after the output appears. You define success before generation. The prompt foundation sheet is the asset you are building in this module. This is where all the layers come together. Goal, context and audience, input, style and constraints, format and quality standard. Once these pieces are defined, you are no longer prompting by hope. You are prompting with structure. This sheet becomes reusable. You can use it for content, emails, lessons, scripts, worksheets, image prompts, client explanations, product descriptions, and custom GPT planning. The output type may change, the structure still holds. One reusable system can support infinite uses when the foundation is clear. That is the point of APL 101. Build the sheet once, use the structure everywhere. This module includes one optional helper, Prompt Foundation Builder GPT. Use this GPT to help you extract your rules, constraints, and final prompt structure. It is not here to replace your thinking. It is here to guide the build. You can bring it to your messy notes, your goal, your audience, your source material, or a prompt that is not working. Then it can help you structure the prompt into the core layers: goal, context and audience, input, style and constraints, format, quality standard, rules and examples, review, tone. Use it when you feel stuck. Use it when your prompt feels vague. Use it when you need help turning a messy request into a cleaner system. By the end of this module, your job is simple. Run one prompt with structure. Keep the scope small. Do not try to rebuild your entire business, content system, or launch plan in one sitting. Choose one real AI task. Draft an email, write a lesson, create a social post. Build one prompt that matters. Then complete page 1 of your prompt foundation sheet. After that, run the final prompt and review the output against your quality standard. That review is what proves the system works. You are looking for clarity, not perfection. One structured prompt is enough to start. Your next step is to move into the workbook and define the job. That is where the foundation begins.